Hi, Neil Cannon here, author of The Vitality Secret. In this video, I want to give you a very quick breakdown of my notes from episode 6 of the Truth About Cancer series, which is a fantastic 9-part documentary series. I cannot recommend you watch this enough. It's mind-changing, it's life-changing, it just changes the way you think, and it really teaches you the best ways to avoid cancer. I mean, there are so many ways to avoid it. I mean, it's there, it's all in this documentary. There's no need to get it, and if you do get it, there are so many natural ways to combat it, so many, and there's no need to use the toxic chemotherapy which harms every single organ in your body pretty much. Radiotherapy, highly toxic, even surgery, really damaging to your immune system. So all of those methods, the current conventional ways of treating it, so harmful, and there's so many natural ways to do it properly, which is what I want to share with you now. So we live in a very toxic world. This is how the episode starts off. We live in a very toxic world. It's very hard to completely eliminate exposure to them. So what we need to do is detox as much as we can. There exists a matrix between every single cell in our body, and this matrix needs to be kept clean. But because of all the environmental toxins, they're kind of harmed. So we need to do as much as we can to detox. And one of the experts were talking about the 1, 2, 3 detox of the garbage chute. So that's your colon, and then your urinary tract, and then also your liver. So those 3 things are essential. If you think about your gut down here, your colon, 60% of the immune system is surrounding the gut. Like, it's all there. And unfortunately, it gets clogged up. And if you're overweight, by the way, that'll be even more of a problem. So if your immune system is compromised, that's the first reason why cancer develops. This is one of the biggest takeaways I've had from this whole documentary. You cannot get cancer if you have a healthy immune system. The two don't go hand in hand. Cancer only grows in a suppressed immune system. So you've got to clean out the colon by way of kind of coffee enemas, humic acid, herbal supplements. There's various extracts you can take to completely do this on a daily basis, not just once every blue moon, daily, just to keep everything clean and working down there. And 90% of prescription drugs come with constipation side effects. So think about that for a second. If you get constipated, your immune system's not working. Everything's sabotaged, everything's compromised. So another reason to get drugs out of your life. People with a belly are literally carrying around an inflamed gut, and that means a compromised immune system. The first role of a doctor is to do no harm. Just wrote that down. It was in the series. So liver, essential in fat metabolizing and also boosting the immune system. So ways to do that are coffee enemas, turmeric, milk thistle, beets, ginger, burdock. They all clean the liver, super effective. Oils, various oils, you can push through them, clean out the whole liver. Juicing, if you follow my videos, I'm a massive fan of vegetable juicing. I do it every single day, 1 to 2 vegetable juices every single day. One of the most effective ways of getting a mega dosage of micronutrients into your body. And one of the best ways to cleanse the liver is, firstly, you got lemon and water. Lemon, just warm water, like decent water. First thing, in the morning, cleanse your liver. Also, whenever you drink it during the day, have it with lemon and lime. Brilliant liver cleanse. Another thing is with vegetable juicing, you're getting all those micronutrients, so you're giving your cells exactly the fuel they need. Super effective way of doing it. And smoothie drinking as well. Vegetable juicing actually takes out the fiber and it goes straight to the cell. It gets processed very quickly. So green juices, fantastic. All the greens you can think of. And then there's red juices like beets and carrots. And then all the salads. If you switch to a plant-based diet, one of the fastest ways to detox your body and give your cells all the fuels they need with all the micronutrients. Fantastically effective. Anyone on chemotherapy or radiotherapy, super important to do liver cleansing. In fact, if you're on any kind of drugs, your liver gets attacked every single time you take a drug. They all attack the liver. So colon cleanses, kidneys and liver, there's so many different cleanses you can do. The lymphatic system is very important. The lymphatic system is your drainage system. This is a really interesting point, actually. The lymphatic system only works when your body is active. It doesn't actually have a pump like your cardiovascular system, your blood, which is your heart. The lymphatic system only works when your body is active. So this is why people, when they're sedentary, get ill all the time. And people who are super active rarely get ill. I mean, if you get ill, that's sometimes your immune system's way of just getting rid of stuff. But if you're getting ill all the time, it could be that you're sedentary, not active enough. So when you really need to kind of get more active to stimulate the lymphatic system to get rid of all these dead cells, dead cancer cells and stuff. So it's literally your body's draining system. It's your immune system's drainage system. Interesting point for women. Underwired bras actually restrict the flow of the lymphatic system, and it's actually one of the prime reasons for breast cancer. Crazy. So it's there's a few interviews actually on this series. I can't recommend it enough. Number 6, and you'll see this being spoken about. So yeah, antiperspirant deodorant is another way of restricting the lymphatic flow. Really not good for you actually, which is a bit of a shame because it means you have to go around smelling. But there are natural organic alternatives you can use to the antiperspirant. And then there's the parasite cleanse, stuff like black walnut, whole and clover, and yeah, various wormwood gets rid of chemicals and heavy metals. Then there's a 5-step detox by this guy called Dr. Buttar. He talks about systemic detoxification, physiological optimization. Again, that means moving your body, getting your heart rate up, getting fitter, because the healthier you are, the fitter you are, the more healthy your immune system is, and you can fight all these kind of things. Immune modulation, strengthening the immune system. Target acquisition. This is actually using non-toxic vaccines to target a specific cancer cell. Then there's maintenance, making sure you're having all these vegetables and, a very, very decent diet, not just a balanced diet, which everyone seems to hear, but the majority of your diet is plants. They talked about various oncologists giving their patients things like Ensure, which is basically sugar and cream, and it's like giving your cancer its fuel. It's like, hey, cancer fuel, gobble this up. Cancer cells fuel on sugar. It's their number one fuel. They talked about hypothermia treatment. It's just, this is a really interesting part. CAG, placebo effect, so powerful. Placebo effect is when you're given a drug. You probably know about this, but it's if you give someone a drug, and which is actually the drug, and then there's placebo. If you teach people, or if you convince someone that the placebo they're taking is actually going to help them, and they actually cure themselves just by taking their placebo, there's a massive, powerful effect in there that teaches us that the power of the mind can actually overtake anything that's wrong in your body. And this happens again and again and again. It's all down to belief. So the power of the mind is incredible. If you believe you can heal it, you can heal it. And if you believe you're going to get it, you'll probably get it. If you believe you won't cure it, you probably won't. And it's all in the head. And then they talked about the nocebo effect. So this is really interesting. There was there's a study done several years ago that revealed that when cancer patients were told they had cancer, within 1 week they had a 26.9% increased risk of death, purely because they'd been told by their authority that they had kind of cancer. So they believe in authority so much that if their physician tells them that they're going to die, you can actually die in the belief of the diagnosis. Crazy stuff. Nocebo effect. If you believe a negative vibe from your doctor, it feeds into your physiology. Physicians have an ethical and moral obligation to know about the nocebo effect. They should be instilling this belief in their patients that they will heal and that they're not going to, they don't have 6 months to live. They're responsible for what they know and shouldn't be diagnosing people on ancient methods of treating cancer, namely chemotherapy and radiotherapy. They're ancient, don't need to be used anymore. He says if they don't know about these things, they shouldn't be practicing medicine. It's in the New England Journal of Medicine. It's a very, very highly regarded medical journal. Then we talked about mushrooms, really good for upping the immune system and beating cancer. So cancer develops when your immune system's suppressed and your toxins are up here, basically. You've got inflammation, immune system suppressed. That's when cancer basically develops. So oxidative stress is like when metal rusts. There are ways of stopping this from happening. We've all heard about antioxidants. This is the likes of resveratrol in blueberries, grape skins, red wines, and then we have cruciferous vegetables, which are brilliant at hormonal balancing as well. There's turmeric, catechins in green tea, dark chocolate even. They're fantastic for catechins. Then there's medicinal mushrooms, super effective at fighting inflammation, balancing blood sugar, and insulin. They're the cordyceps, reishi, shiitake mushrooms, cabbage family, broccoli, Brussels sprouts, etc. They have sulfur in them, very, very powerful. They interrupt the development and metastasis of cancer cells. If you're having chemotherapy, it destroys the GI tract. So how do you keep the immune system? One of the best ways of using it is by repairing the gut bacteria. So that's it for my notes for number 6. There's way more. That was like trying to get it into a kind of a 7 to 10 minute video. I cannot recommend you watch this enough. You can watch it now. It's still screened until later on today. And then number 7 is screening tonight. So go and watch that. Go and watch the whole series. It might just save your life. It may just save the life of someone you love.